Hood postman, city, hood, click. Let's go.
Be very careful who you talk to, because you'll never know who the informant is, who the cooperating witness may be, and you never know, somebody who was a friend today may have been flipped the night before and become your enemy tomorrow.
About humanity, putting truth in these lies, while they busy feeding lies. When you got that tunnel vision, gotta open up your eyes. Wake up and go to sleep. Man, I'm praying all times. And to my guys, ain't no other side. This for my brothers, I'ma pray with y'all shine. Lock the door. Go ahead, lock the door. Lock the door. Go ahead, lock the door. Yeah, you already know.
Depending on the lessons, some people eat, some people learn. But the game is gonna send you big. Lock the door.
Lock the door. Shout out to the Mailroom Nation, the Mailroom Goons. I am Professor Melly Mail, the Hood Postman. Be sure to click that notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below so when the dope content hit, it'll feel like it's the 1st and the 15th. Welcome to the Mailroom. When you come in, take a look at your mind, examine what's in your heart. You can go anywhere in the world to get a couple of lives, but you come right here to get the truth. This is not a glorification nor is it glamorization. It's always an education. Get on the bus. Wait a minute. Before they had handguns, they had hand guys. Now get on the bus and let me take you to school. Because I am the bus driver. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Marlena Williams. Shout out to King Mike. Boss, what's good? King Mike, what's good? PM, what's that? What's happening, Henry? What's going on? How you doing out there? Everybody that's joining us, I appreciate each and every last one of you. Is incredible and amazing. We on this Monday. They call it Stormy Monday, but sometime Tuesday is just as bad. Shout out to everybody, guys. That over the weekend, guys, there's always just a lot of different things that happen. You know, as we draw near closer to the summer, things will begin to escalate, and I don't know what it is about summer and black people, but yeah, it often is not a good combination because everybody outside, everybody's shining, everybody's trying to be seen, heard, and all the other stuff that goes with that. But I, Professor Melly Mail, don't mind me just watching, as you can see. Today, Tory Lanez was stabbed. And there's various reasons why people get stabbed in prison, and we're going to go over that. But anyway, he was stabbed, and he was airlifted to Kern County Medical in Bakersfield, and he was, it happened over in Tehachapi. And there's various reasons why people get stabbed, especially people in Tory Lanez situation and circumstance. First of all, Tory Lanez is a Canadian-born individual. So therefore, he has no real standing here. And prison can be quite difficult and rough for somebody like him. First of all, he's a celebrity. He's got money. So there's one or two things that he's going to have to do. He's going to have to make decisions based on what's best for him in order to survive prison. And sometimes you may not see it clear or you may not think it through. But you got to get somewhere. Trust me, you got to be somewhere. And, you know, and again, there was countless of reasons why people get stabbed in prison. why someone might get stabbed in prison. First thing you want to remember, number one, never horseplay. Never horseplay. Secondly, never gamble on your ass. Never gamble on your ass. And don't participate in sex play. Don't. Those are the three no-nos. And definitely don't put your lips or your ears in someone else's business where it don't belong. Not in prison. You can definitely lose your life for that. You know, and win, lose, or draw. When your people go, you go. I don't care if you're Christian, Muslim, Hare Krishna, or whatever. When your people go, you go. Simple as that. There's nothing else to talk about. And what happened to people like Tory Lanez, being that he's a celebrity and he got access to money. So there's probably going to be the BGF. There's probably going to be other, I don't know if the CCO and the Blue Notes and all these different people, the LBs, the UBN and all this bloodline, all these people are going to be getting in position. So yeah, there is such thing as checking in prison as well. So I don't know if he checked in or he checked in with the wrong people. I can't tell you that, but I can tell you this, that when you're in prison and you're from a whole nother state, a whole nother country, you got to figure some things out and you got to figure them out pretty quick. Or else things will begin to mount up against you and you won't be able to withstand the storm that's going to come your way. And I'm not saying that whatever happened to him, he deserved it or anything like that. But what I am going to say is that if he had been with the right people, unless if he violated some type of code or some type of rule, because there's pecking orders within there. And if you don't understand those pecking orders and you think you bigger than the program, there's been plenty. I've seen plenty of tough guys, the tough Tony types, going there. And even as we talked to Big Who, when we talked about Sheik Thomas, one of the most fitness dudes in prison, mowed the lawn with a push mower and was so fit and just ready, you know. But even he got took down. So what I'm saying is that you just got to figure your situation out, and you got to get in a space, and you got to, be thinking. Yeah, you can't stop thinking. Think is man's game, and well placed pawn can be more powerful than a king and a queen. Always remember that. A well placed pawn can be more powerful than a king and a queen. And it depends on how he played the chess, how he played the game. It's going to depend on his survival. He got 10 years. And that 10 years come with a lot of stuff. There's going to be a lot of people trying to get him and push him in under a certain particular protection on group of individuals. Trust me, he's not going to be not able to pick something. He's got to pick something. And if he don't, he can't be a lone wolf, Tory. You can't be a lone wolf. You can't stand alone because of, first of all, what is it? Daystar, what is it? Daystar Peters? That's his real name. You gotta be able to see things more clearly and think these things really through and think them thorough and understand the consequences and the circumstances that you have placed yourself in. Now, we all know that stuff that happened with Meg the Stallion and the other girl and all them other people. I felt like it was some BS. I felt like there was more to it than what the eye meets when the rubber meets the road. I believe there was multiple people that pulled out that night. You just happened to get caught for it. You just happened to get the blame, and for whatever reason, a lot of fingers was pointed at you, and some fingers was pointed elsewhere. But at the end of the day, they landed on you. You're it. They tagged you in, bro. And I think you're a great talent, but at the same time, right now, it's about survival. So apparently, I don't think the wounds are life-threatening, but also that they felt like they needed to airlift him, so there had to be something to that. They just don't airlift you to a hospital. Has to be more to it. So I think that his injuries are pretty bad. But I hope the brother survive, and I hope that he get through this circumstance situation. And I love to hear, I know everybody be having a commentary about it. Y'all sure what's going on? Antonio, what's going on? Henry got his head. Yeah, he better stay by yourself. Less friends, less problems. And see, that's the problem though, Yahshua. Prison won't let you stay by you, especially somebody like him. They're not gonna let him stay by himself. He gotta get somewhere. It's just not gonna happen. It's not like he can walk the yard and be invisible. He Tory Lanez. And everybody know he got money. Right now he pray. But if he get in the right circumstance situation, they're gonna make sure he okay. And that's all I'm saying. And I know it seems crazy, but yeah, you gotta check in prison too, bro. That's the California way. Believe it or not. And believe it or not, youngster, they do it the same way in DC. Oh yeah, the DC boys, yeah. You go to them USPs with them USPs and Big Sandy down there and Pennsylvania and all the different places where DC boys are deep. Yeah, they running stuff. And if P. Diddy or R. Kelly or any of them people hit them yards, yeah, they gonna get where they supposed. P. Diddy will be with the New York car. If he go in, he's got to ride with the New York car. Just like when Big U was talking about when he was in the feds, that he was instrumental in bringing the Cali car together, bringing both the Crips and Bloods, making them one, and moving as a unit like that. Nobody could mess with us like that. Nobody could mess with us like that. But divided, if we stay divided, the Bloods stay over here, the Crips stay over there, then that makes us less, then makes us weak. RDL, what's going on? Yeah. They said Tory Lane on the PC yard. Yeah, it don't matter. Still dangerous people over there. It don't matter. There's people that be on PC yards, be people laying in the cut waiting. They still be killers. The PC yard don't mean that. It just mean that they can go over there and find a little bit of peace. But sometimes it be predators over there too that work their way over to the PC yard so they can put restraint or put muscle down on the dudes that they know that PC. So the prison is still operating as a prison. It's still a prison and still dangerous. Let's see what it say. Yeah, Bloody Beaumont, USP. Yeah, Bloody Beaumont was something else. Yeah, they still got stories there. Yeah, still got stuff about that. Still about that. Yeah. They still talk about that. And all them USPs and all them United States penitentiaries. I'm gonna tell you something, man. The moment you hit one of them, you better have your paperwork right. You better have your paperwork right. Because if you don't have your paperwork right, they're gonna stab you. Automatically. Automatically, you getting stabbed. You ain't gonna be able to set your property down good. They want to see that paperwork. You're not going to be on the yard with a bunch of lifers dudes that got 40, 50, 100 years, 30, 20, whatever, and your paperwork ain't right. It's got to be right. I'm going to talk about Big U. We'll do it tomorrow. He's going pro se. I think that's the best thing he could do. And I'll explain everything tomorrow about why I believe that's the best thing he could do. But yeah, I think that's an amazing thing. And he'll be able to, really see clear what's going on. Let's see. And also over the weekend, Sadiq, what's happening, man? No joke. kid in Compton, 12 years old, in Park, Oleander Park, matter of fact, over in Fruittown, 12 years old. I believe a 17-year-old walked up and gunned him down. Gunned him down. And I tell you, as we get close to the summer, man, things are always getting these are always be increasing as the summer goes. You know, people get wild, man. I don't know what it is about black people in the summer, but they get wild and loose. It's like they come out, the sun come out, they come out, the girls come out in their shorty shorts, and the guys come out with their pistols. Pistols, alcohol, and blunts. Yeah, but yeah. So yeah. So a young kid was gunned down in the park. 12 years old. Life gone. Now a 17-year-old, his life is gone too. Because they already know they know who did it. There's so many cameras, there's so many things they're watching and looking and people seeing. It's hard to get away with this type of stuff nowadays. And if you're not a real good thinker, you're not methodical, you don't cross T's and dot I's and go back over and check it out, peek shot, check trap, peek game, reset the trap and turn around and come back and check it again. That's how you got to do it. If you don't do it like that, and don't go nowhere. They very nasty. Don't go nowhere with no cell phone in your pocket. Please don't put no cell phone. That's the worst thing. So again, I'm going to tell you about the cell phone. I don't care if it's an Android and I don't care if it's an Apple phone. They're never off because you can't take the battery out. If you can't take the battery out, that means if you cut the phone off, the phone is not off because the battery is still in. Only time a phone is off if you let it drain all the way down and there's no juice, nothing charging. Then at that point, yeah, it's off. But it's always listening, always collecting data. The on-device interception tool, whether you FaceTime and a WhatsApp or any of them apps you think you're getting away with stuff, they can still hear and see and know what's going on. So take that. We live in an age of surveillance. That's true. Remember I told you about them cameras, the little black ones now that they got everywhere in all different type of parking lots and different stuff. They're all over, bro. Here's how they look right here. That's it. These things are everywhere. And it's infrared. You can see at night. It's got the little solar panel at top and the camera down at the bottom. They everywhere. If you go in any of the type of grocery stores, Lowe's, or either a Home Depot or Walmart or anything, they right at the driveways. Just look around, you'll start seeing them. They're everywhere, bro. Everywhere. And they collecting data and they send it to a big server and they're running your license plates and they got facial recognition, license plate tracing and vehicle registration. They do it. It's just doing a lot. It's doing a lot. Also this weekend, something occurred at Paris Lake. Paris Lake, the sun was out, everybody was going out, and the motorcycle scene. See, the motorcycle scene is a little different from the lowrider scene because the lowrider scene has been like out quite more. Sometimes it's been more formed together and more together longer than the motorcycle scene. And I'm talking in regards to black motorcycle clubs and stuff. You get these chosen. You got all these different clubs and they converge on either the lakes, the parks, or the beaches. But what you have to keep in mind, a lot of these people came from tribes and communities and hoods and sets. And when somebody gets angry, 9 chances out of 10, they'll forget about the patch that they wearing on their back and revert back to whatever neighborhood they from. They might be from Hoover, they might be from Piru, they might be from Denver Lanes, Bounty Hunters, they might even be from Santana. This is why I don't engage or indulge in that, because to me it's like joining another gang. Well, I've already been in one gang. I don't want to be in another. I'm done with that. I don't want to be in it. So what happened? The guy, he whips out. He whips out. And when he whips out, shots was fired at Paris Lake, and the park rangers showed up. Here's what happened. So as you can see, it's pushing and shoving. There's a guy actually laid out. The park ranger shot him. He's bleeding. The girls are trying to get him to help him. But as you can see, these sheriffs and the park rangers, they say serve and protect, but they don't serve and protect black people. They don't serve and protect black people. They feel that you are a threat, and they feel that you are aggressive. And as you can see, they was whipping out guns everywhere. And there was a little pushing and shoving, and they shot the guy. I think he's doing okay. I think he's in the they took him to wherever they took him to, and he's going to survive. Lucky for him. But yeah, they shot him. And I don't know the circumstances, why would, if I'm going to a picnic or I'm going to a beach party or lake party or whatever, why I need to bring a gun? If I gotta bring a gun, I'm not going. Because that means somebody's gonna get hurt and somebody's gonna die. Because when people get angry, they become reactionary. And when you become reactionary, things happen. People make mistakes. Because adrenaline is flowing and emotions are kicking. And you see all them police out there was white. And they're gonna look at you as you being aggressive, you being a problem, and they're gonna have to extinguish and alleviate the problem. And they're not there to serve and protect. They're there to murder. They catch you out of pocket, they're gonna bust on you. That's just what's going to happen. And a lot of times that, when we join in these different groups and become these part of these different clubs and stuff, we don't consider everything that goes with it. Like I said, there's a multitude of personalities. There's all kind of individuals that join these clubs. And, when the alcohol, and you see the girls out there in their bikinis and their shorty shorts and all the different stuff, some guys are jealous of women. I can care less. I see them and I don't see them. But you have to get to that level of maturity to where you start feeling like that, because there was a time where they at. I can't believe these dudes still going on missions with their actual cell phone. Yeah, they still do that, bro. They just that crazy. They're just that crazy, bro. They're actually the youngsters, what they call them, the YNs. They like to film their stuff. For good thing, they was like going on social media. Yeah, I'm over here. I'm going to I'm going in my, yeah, that's how they feel. Yep, nothing new, and we still won't come together. Ah, that's why, man. I could have bought a hog a long time ago. I said, nope. First of all, I'm too old. I fall. It takes too much to recover from one of them things, and everybody's subject to fall. Even though I don't get high or drink or nothing like that, but still, I see people make mistakes all the time. I'm sitting on the 215. I seen a lady plow right into the back of a motorcycle. He just, the traffic is stopped. He's just sitting trying to get ready to maneuver through. The lady, bam, smacked him. Knocked him about 15 feet that way. So, when I be in this truck, I see a lot of different things in regards to people making mistakes and people mowing down motorcycle riders and running over them and keep going and stuff, you know. In a light one time, the guy, he pulled right up beside me. I looked over at him and I gave him a head nod. He had a nice bite. He took off. Wham! By the time I made it to the next intersection, I saw a bunch of people crowding around. And there was the bike was like 50 yards that way, and he was this way. Helmet was all, man, he was gone. He wasn't even, yeah, he was on. He was gone. I just had, like, seen him, like, gave him the head, like, nice bike, bro, gone. And I'd be like, who we impressing? You know, who are we impressing? At this point, why does that even matter? Why is that even important? Why is that so important to Black people to say, look at here, and look at my paint, look at my music, hear my music, and all this? I mean, I semi get it, but at the same time, I look at the flip side of it, the downside, and the factors, what factors in. And again, a lot of these people that are in these motorcycle clubs, they from Hoover, they from this Crip set, they from this Pyru set, they from this Blood set, and they just from various different places. Sometimes they be intermingled into the motorcycle club. And when they get mad, they forget about the patch that they wearing or the brotherhood that they form, and they revert back to cuz or blood or, I'm like, wow, 50-year-old dudes, 60-year-old dudes saying blood and cuz. It's like they have a limited, it's like they so limited in their thinking and how they, look at things. It's just amazing. I'd be like, wow. It's crazy. Just crazy, man. When you see it, you just be like, all you can do is shake your head, because what can you say? What can you say? It's a limited rhetorical repertoire that they have. These dudes, the words and how they speak in terms of how they frame stuff and it's like very, very limited. You know what I mean? Because I mean, like some dudes, all they say is gang, on gang, hood, dead homies, on the set. You know what I mean? Like, or you know what I'm saying? No, I don't know what you're saying. I don't. I really don't know what you're saying. You're not saying anything. So it's like it's a limited rhetorical repertoire. They don't know how to express themselves. They don't know how to characterize. They don't know how to articulate just even how good they may be feeling that day. Because they walk around like that. I don't want to be around it. Now, do I go to the lowrider stuff? Yeah, I do. Because I'm yet to see at a lowrider event, like when I go to the Majestics annual picnic, I don't see nobody carrying no gun, bro. If they do got them, they keeping them well hid. Ain't nobody openly walking around with them in their back pocket, hanging off their side, or none of that. Nobody's doing that. But at these motorcycle sets, you go in a motorcycle club, man. That stuff is dead. I've been to one motorcycle club, and that's when the guys had what was their name? The Choppers, when they was in Gardenia. And the only reason why I was there then is because my niece gave a party. She rented that clubhouse out to give a party, and I went. But I saw, even when I was there, the club members was there, and about at least 8 of them was walking around with guns on their hips. I'm like, who is y'all expecting to come? What is going on? And, why is we even this headspace right here? How did we get here? What is this all about? Why do we perpetuate this lifestyle? And then when something happened and something erupt, bodies a lot, somebody's unlived. People don't want to be accountable for, they trying to shift the blame, you know. It's all kind of stuff that occurs in these circumstances, situations, and then I'll be like blown away by it. And I'm gonna show it to y'all again. I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to focus on the police reaction to black people. I want y'all to see when they pull up on white people, because I know y'all saw that video. I meant to grab it where the police, where the highway patrol rolled up and the guy pulled the AR on the white man, pulled the AR on the highway patrol, and all he did was back up. Or the 2 kids in the alleyway with the gun. Had they had been black, out of there. Out of there. I want y'all to see this again. I want y'all to know exactly what I was saying. Let's go. Here we go. You see the girls walking around the street. You see the one girl arguing with the police. Now, right there is the guy, but she's laying down. He's shooting the fact he's laying down. He's trying to see about it. And they got guns out. They pointing guns at everybody. He's a fuck. Look at him. Look at him. Look at this guy. He's ready to shoot you. They say, give me medical attention. Give me medical attention. Now they put you in jail right here. This is crazy. The police are not there to serve and protect black people. They will become aggressive. They will shoot you. You give them a reason, they're going to tase you, shoot you, and kill you. That's just what they're going to do. See, what did Easy say? One less ninja I got to worry about. That's their mentality. That is the mentality. That is the way. And then what's even more perplexed for me, when I see all these different people that runs over to, what is it, clubhouse, and they sit up on the clubhouse, and every day they find a black person, maybe 2 black people, or maybe the same black person. They talk about the same black person over and over and over and over and over again. How is that entertaining? How are you engaging, indulging in such buffoonery. It's dogmatic. You are part of the yard buzzard and vulture culture. That's what yard buzzards do. That's what buzzards and vultures do. They sit around to wait for a kill, and once the person that does the kill, then they want to come along and eat. That's what it looks like to me. You may not like my expressions. You may not like how I'm explaining it, but I'm telling you, I am not lacking in what I'm telling you about what I see from our culture. It's not good. And if you don't understand that we're in a time where things are really getting bad and awful, many of you don't even know. Just the other day, over 100 warplanes was dogfighting in between India and Pakistan, two nuclear powers. Now you may think that because it's over in India and Pakistan, that doesn't have an impact on you because you're here in the United. Yeah, it does. Because the moment these people get to chunking nuclear warheads at each other, and if it escalates to that part, it's going to be total chaos around the world. We are already seeing the ports dry. I'm a truck driver. I'm seeing the ports dry up. A couple of weeks or so, being that Trump is now backing up off his tariff thing, maybe the shit else, but you're going to start seeing empty shelves. Always remember this: after trucks start moving, then you're going to start. Because everything over 70-80% of things you get in these stores and whether it's a grocery store or whether you go to Lowe's or Home Depot or Walmart, whatever, Target, any of those things, they get there by a truck. And if nothing is coming across that sea on those container ships coming in, because America has sold out everything from our clothing to our medicines to our food to every. America has sold all that out. And one time, America used to control about 90% of the rice in the world. That's when they had China, because they dropped all the napalm back during the Vietnam War. They dropped napalm on that rice paddies over there. So that made that no good. It made the soil no good. It was, it had radiation in the soil. So at one time, United States owned all. Now they don't own. They own less than 10% of it now because they sold it all. And that's why now you're seeing Trump backpedaling, because he's beginning to look like a fool. Well, he is a fool. Nowhere in the history, most of the people that become president, they went to Harvard, Cornell, Princeton, Yale, stuff like that. I don't know what this dude. He probably bought his degree from. He went to Pennsylvania, Penn State, or something. He probably bought it. His dad was rich at the time. These people don't know what it is to be poor, what it is to struggle. The Elon Musk or they don't know that. They don't know that life. So how can they know what's good for you if they don't know that life? Because they've been rich all their lives. And this ain't about political. This ain't about. Forget about that Republican and Democrat stuff, black people. Let's shove all that stuff down the toilet. Just flush it. It's no good anyway. Part of even how we got to this point, because the Black Panther Party was so cozy with the Liberal Party during that time, because the liberals was feeding them money because they had a dual agenda. That's how the Black Panther Party got set up like that, and then they allowed COINTELPRO to impact them and throw them off their trajectory. So it's a lot of things. There's a lot of different things, guys. We got to fully understand. Go read Bad by James Carr. Go read Elaine Brown. Go read uh Ninja Die by Ace Rap Brown. Ace Rap Brown, who came with Jamil Alameen, was probably one of the coldest dudes in there, you know. Matter of fact, he caught a beef in 2001. He shot 2 police and they gave him a life. But all these people was, man, they was ruthless, man. I'm talking about these brothers was dynamic. The Ace Rap Browns, the Stokely Carmichaels, the Geronimo Pratt, you know, Bobby Seals, and a bunch of Apprentice, Huey P. Newton. These people was bad, but they allowed the liberal side of politics to lure them in. They accepted them in, and they, eventually they did what they wanted because let's be honest, Lyndon Baines Johnson, he got rid of Kennedy and anybody else that was in his way. So, but anyway, that's a whole nother story. I can go off on just history about some stuff. You guys be like, wow. That's because I read. I don't just sit around and waste my time listening to nonsensical ideas and people who sit around and do gossip and talk mess all day. Man, Stan, let me see. Let me get in there. Stan, man, Stan the man, where you been? Stan the man, my God, what's going on? Man, Stan, I appreciate it. Stan, I meant to call you. I apologize, man. I've been super busy, Stan. And some days I haven't been feeling well, but that's okay. I will get better. Nothing to worry about, nothing to concern. I had to get through my DOT. I had to go do my DOT physical and my yearly physical with my doctor. So I had 2 back-to-back physicals. And then now I'm staying there. Let me run through. There's a couple, man, I got a ticket stand that they told me they got a year to file it. I'm like, wait a minute, what kind of junk is that? So when I'm going to the record, I've been to the courthouse twice. It was an overweight ticket. And they keep telling me the ticket, I got to wait a year. So I've never heard. So everything is changing now, bro. Everything. Man, so I appreciate you, Stan. Thank you for checking in and coming by, man, and dropping that super chat, bro. You're definitely appreciated, bro. Kenny Brothers and brother Malcolm X and Dr. Muta. Yeah, definitely. All them, man. All them, man. Even the brothers that they convinced to kill Bobby and Bunchy that day in UCLA, set up, man. But again, whether it's liberal politics or conservative politics, there are going to be some black people in there just going to sell you out. And they get a nice big fat purse to do it. And they don't care. So when you see these people, law enforcement roll up, you saw them how they rolled up, they was drawing guns. They're not going to do that at Huntington Beach. They're not going to do that at Lake Havasu. They're not going to do that at the Colorado River. They're not going to do that at the sand dunes down there in Yuma, Arizona, where all the white people be with the campers and the motorcycles and the dune buggies. They're not going to do that there. But whether you convene and gather, yeah, they're going to do it. Because they look at you as the existential threat, and they have made you the face of criminality. When the white man has committed more murder, he's committed more atrocities, he's committed more robberies, thefts, and everything. He's at the top of the list of everything. But yet he's made you the face of criminality. And you help him continue to perpetuate the lie by doing what you're doing, by your behavior. and you don't even realize. Well, some of you do. I ain't gonna say every. Nothing is a monolith, or nothing is one size fit all, or anything like that. But I just want to give you that. So, guys, get back with me tomorrow. We're gonna break down the law tomorrow. I got some interesting things to say about it, and I'll tell you why it is important that he does. And I think he might have even been listening to me, because you remember about a month and a half ago when I broke that thing down and told him what he should be filing, the motions he should be filing, and all that different stuff. It seemed like the direction he's going. So here's the thing. I want to say this before I go. You got lawyers, right? They earn anywhere from 20, 30, 40, 50, 100,000, 200,000 per case, right? So when you get in this situation and they find you indigent, right? And they give you an attorney, right? They give you an attorney that's used to earning 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 100,000. But the government only want to pay that attorney $3,500. What kind of help is he going to give you for that when he's used to getting 50 or 60? You see, that's why it's important that we learn the law. That way we can represent ourselves. The federal seconds, federal thirds are not complicated. But anyway, we'll get into it more tomorrow. I appreciate each and every last one. Once again, thank you, Stanley Man. You the guy. I will be calling you soon, bro. I appreciate you. Marlena Williams, Postmaster General. Once again, you're a star. Let's see who else we got in there. I can't see nobody right now. Yeah, my comments are stuck. What's up, Larry? I see you. My comments are stuck right now, guys. But anyway, y'all get back with me, and tomorrow we'll set this thing on fire again. Once again, I appreciate each and every last one of you guys. Are the world to me. Be good, be safe. Most of all, give yourself a chance, and don't be in your own way. Give yourself a chance to advance, to do something great and grand. With that being said, I am Professor Melly Mel, the Hood Postman. Don't mind me, just watching. But go ahead and lock that door, because we are gone. Lock it.
Cali Finest, baby. Proof of grind all the time. Music money. Got a dollar sign. Hub City. I'm a street nigga. Streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products till the fans get me. It's guap off top. Diamond Cartier. That nigga wall won't give a broke bitch the time of day. They see me climbing, they see me shining. That's hard work, proof of grinding. New money got me tipping in that 550. I leave bad man and I'm so pretty. I got that tech with me, that's my hater sprayer. Go big, grind now, nigga, play later. What can I say? I'm addicted to this paper stacking, and I don't talk about it, I just make it happen. Word on the block is that my shit go.
Lock the door, because we are gone.